Hello and welcome to my guide on the basics of League of Legends. If you don't know already, League of Legends is a multiplayer online battle arena, or MOBA for short. Published and designed by Riot Games, this game is one of the most popular online games in the world in terms of hours played. League of Legends is so big right now, there is players competing worldwide for prizes, and it's also made its own sport, classified under esports. But enough of the facts, let's get to the basics. If you haven't already, you're going to need to go to www.leagueoflegends.com and create an account, and of course, download the game. After downloading, you're going to launch it and just sign in. When you sign in, you're going to have to make a summoner name, meaning your username in-game. I highly recommend you follow these steps, and make sure you select beginner. You don't want to get paired against expert players now. If you followed the steps correctly, you should have been placed in a tutorial. After the tutorial, you should understand some things of the game. If you didn't really get them, I'm going to explain them to you. Basically, the game revolves around killing the opponent's nexus. In order to do this, you're going to have to kill champions, minions, monsters, and you're also going to have to secure objectives and siege towers. I'm going to try to explain each and every one of these things to you in the best explanation I can make. So first off, champions. Killing a champion results in gold and experience. The standard gain per kill is 300 gold. Every kill in a row by a champion increases their value by 20% up to a maximum of 500 gold. Each death in a row that the champion has reduces its value by 8.5% for the first death and 20% afterwards, to a minimum of 50 gold. The bounty will reset to 300 if it said a champion kills an enemy champion, or resets gradually with assists or killing minions. But don't be fooled, because this isn't always the best way to get gold. I'm going to explain another way to get gold where you can't kill enemy champions. And this will be CSing, or in other words, creep score. Achieving creep score is killing minions and monsters. Monsters be found in the jungle, minions be found in the lane. But in order to achieve this gold from them, you're going to have to last hit the minions and monsters. I'm going to demonstrate it right here in this video. Okay, so the minions come into lane. They start attacking each other. You wait for the last hit, and you get the gold. Wait for the last hit, and you get the gold. You just keep doing this, and you'll soon eventually rack up a lot of gold at the end of the game. Where CS is usually less common because you'll have to be team fighting with your friendly champions. If you don't receive the last hit, it will look like something like this. See how I didn't receive any gold for that minion dying? And that's the basics of CSing. Okay, so now for the monsters. Basically what I'm doing in this video is classified as jungling, but we won't further get into jungling, because you should only jungle past summoner level 20. Basically the difference between the minions and the monsters is some monsters can actually hold buffs. Red buff being a movement speed slow and damage over time effect, and blue buff being a mana regen and cooldown reduction buff. There is also some epic monsters, these being the objectives that I was talking about. There is Dragon, giving your team global gold, and also Baron Nashor, giving a buff that actually increases ability power and attack damage. These buffs actually sadly don't last forever, and they usually last around 3 to 5 minutes on average. Now sieging is an easy one. You obviously want to siege in order to get closer to the enemy nexus so you can destroy it. But while you're sieging, you'll encounter turrets and inhibitors. Turrets being the things that actually shoot, and inhibitors being the things that you destroy and give you better minions in that lane. Keep in mind that in order to destroy the enemy nexus, you will have to have at least one enemy inhibitor down in order to attack it. Not only that, but you actually have to have 5 turrets at the minimum destroyed in order to kill the enemy nexus. 3 being from any of the 3 lanes, top, mid, or bottom, and you also have 2 of the Nexus turrets destroyed. One last thing that I'm not about to forget to mention is keep your eye on your minimap. You don't want any enemy champions ganking you and killing you. I just can't stress how important it is to look at your minimap. It's just a viable tool that's always there for you and willing to be used. That's about it. This concludes my guide, and I hope you have a great day.